Fresh ban coming out again. A zillion first-time ban this time for Samsung Blue. Alistair, got to expect to be in there somewhere.
Dead taken away as well by Cloud9, so not much of a change on that front. On the other side, though, will Samsung Blue stick to their usuals? It will be an Alistair ban as well.
I'm kind of looking for Lee Sin to show up here somewhere. Now, there's a possibility for Cloud9 to actually pick it for Meteos because he did have success on it, but he never really jumped full in on that champion and really decided that it was his most...
Choices,
there it is,
They go for it.
So he is full in on Lee Sin here. Now, he had a really good record in North America with this champion.
Yep, 7-2 in fact was that record. Had 23 kills, 63 assists on it, only 15 deaths. I'll see how he does this time around. Of course, also played it once so far in Worlds, has a 100% record on that. We're going to see Maokai locked in for Samsung Blue, and of course, the change here for Cloud9 was not banning out Thresh and letting Yasuo through for the first time.
Yeah, they banned out Thresh instead of Yasuo this time around, and we will get to see, I guess, here, why everybody bans it so much against Dade. This is a really, really fearsome combo. Not only is Dade on Yasuo, but they've comboed Yasuo with Maokai, which is one of the most, if not the most beastly team fighting combo there is in the entire game. Oh,
rough start.
Good answer, though. This is a good mid-game answer.
Yeah, as you say, Rumble getting locked in once again for balls. Got to make sure he works those teleports well this time. And of course, Sneaky taking away the Corki from Deft, who was just immaculate on it last game.
I do like both of these picks from Cloud9. They can make a very strong early and mid-game push here, especially with Lee Sin to facilitate both of these lanes. They have an opportunity to try and snowball it early, but they are going to have to do something early on, because if you go into Maokai plus Yasuo late, like, this team fighting is ridiculous. Maokai's just little bump that he gets from Arcane Smash is enough to trigger the Yasuo ultimate. And then he also has all the reduction there once Yasuo's inside, so the melees all get their damage reduction. It's really hard to see. So we'll see what Cloud9 can do with the missile barrage of Corki and the great equalizers that Balls has been able to pull out.
We are going to see Nami locked in and Rengar as well. Force Spirit, not one of his, most played champions. I say not one of. I mean, he didn't play all that much variety. He had 5 games on it during OGN and playoffs. 3 for 2 records. So, not amazing, but also we've seen some very, very scary Rengars across the board during the World Championships.
Yeah.
We've also seen Spirit play it the one time where he did pick up a win for his team.
One of the big generalizations the League community likes to make is that Korean Rengars are amazing and everybody else's Rengars suck. And it actually is true quite a lot of the time. I mean, the Rengars coming out of Korea.
Okay. So,
all right.
Talon once again for High. The stats, not so strong for High's Talon, but he's led Najin White Shield on a merry dance with it before.
I'll tell you those stats exactly. 2 losses out of 2 games played, 3 kills, 16 deaths, 4 assists, a KDA of 0.44. Definitely not been the strong point for High so far here at Worlds. Braum, of course, was picked for LemonNation, and now we're going to find out what Deft is going to bring to the table.
So he's hovering over David here. In the lobby, they were actually chatting with each other. These guys are friends, and Sneaky was like, okay, how about I'll take Draven and you take Twitch, and we meet up, right? Because that's a ridiculous lane matchup for Draven, and Deft was just humoring him a little bit for the last pick here. But it will be Twitch. The double stealth here for Blue, Rengar plus Twitch. And the ridiculous combo. Not only do they have Maokai to knock up, but also Nami if Acorn's not able to set up Dade. Ooh. Some really, really strong team fights, actually, from both teams here. I think that Cloud9 just has to make an early move, though, if they want this one to turn out positively for them.
And there's the question again. We always talk about predictability, and we talked about it already in this game because Cloud9 were doing the same at level 1. Last time around, Samsung Blue had it in their heads and were able to do something about that. Now the question becomes, do you do it again? Is that less predictable than changing it up after it was already countered? I don't know.
They could invade the opposite side and try and catch him out. Instead, invade top side and try and pull a fast one. The good thing is Braum is amazing in level 1s. And Lee Sin is also very good in level 1, so that would go in their favor. The other thing that's great for them, Lee Sin is better at ganking mid early than Rengar is because the bushes are so far apart. So unless it's like a really good counter gank, that could be a saving grace for Hai and his Talon.
Definitely tricky situation for Cloud9 here. Do they go for it? Do they roll the dice and maybe go for that level 1 play, which is kind of backfired on them in the last few times they tried it? And let's not forget the time they played Fnatic back in the quarterfinals last time at Season 3 Worlds. Of course, for you guys at home, it is now your turn to Twitter. And once more, let us know who you think will take this matchup. Tweet us hashtag Cloud9win or C9win. Or, of course, hashtag SSBwin for Samsung Blue. And, of course, we hope you guys get behind Cloud9. That's what we want to see in the votes. Don't forget to include at LOL Esports in there as well.
I think Game 2 was 94%
yeah,
or
they were
something.
Definitely behind them.
They were definitely behind them at that point. That may well have changed, though, with Samsung Blue now on game point here, possibly setting up a semi-final all Samsung encounter. Would be amazing to watch, but, well, this one far from over. Let's see what Cloud9 pull out of the bag.
All right, let's see. Some early vision down. Everybody on the bottom side here for Cloud9, so it's already looking like they might do the same situation here. Try and invade, get one of those wards down so they can have vision on one of the buffs. Deft does see them.
There is a slight difference, though. Meteos not taking the sweeper here right at the start, which is something they did before.
Ooh. Yep. Sneaky got a shot on him, but that does show the entire Cloud9 team now with that single ward, which means it's free for Samsung Blue. They're going to go in and get some deep wards, get some cover. And look, Acorn's going to ward the top lane very deep, so we're going to see whether we get any lane switches against this Twitch.
Yeah, low mobility Twitch, Corki plus Braum, really scary to go into. Ah, they've given it away.
That sweeping lens would be real useful right now.
Well, not really. Like, if you clear out a little
well, that's true. I mean, they're going to see it anyway,
they
right?
already would have done it there, so.
Cloud9 are moving up towards the red buff. Ward goes inside of the pit, and they decide, let's march on over onto the other side. They have vision of Samsung Blue. They know they've gone in there, and they know they've not come out of the other side. So looks like Cloud9 and Samsung Blue are covering a lot of map before the minions start pouring in.
Big difference this time around. Cloud9 have vision on both sides of Blue's jungle. Hai, though, Hai's going to go in to face check this.
He's got the rest of the team with him. They're all going to come around, gets the rake down, but LemonNation not close enough to land in there. Hard might get...
He wants money is what he wants. Get that free harass money.
And he gets it, but it may well cost him. Hai's going to get forced away here.
Interesting supports through the mid here. They're trying to track that lane swap.
They're going for the blue. That's what they're doing. They've gone into the blue. Yeah. It's going to be the red. Will they trade? That's the question.
Yeah, it's the standard lane swap buff trading here. Trying to jungle on the side that your dual lane is going to be. That's the safest and highly recommended route to go with these trades. Hart does make his way all the way up to top, though. We'll see when he starts roaming from this top side. Because Blue do have to be a bit careful. They don't have any real wards down by that dragon, so it is up to Cloud9 if they decide to go for it, while Deft freezes up top. Actually, the freeze, there's not gonna be any freeze up top. They're gonna be pushing it fairly quickly here. Yeah.
And may just send Rengar and Maokai towards that top side and see if they can just get rid of a very early turret here. We are going to see both AD carry and support moving into that one. They're doing the wolf camp, and you can see that Acorn already wanting to leave there, and it does look like they may be headed that way.
So, one of the things about Blue and why they lane swap so much is because they tailor their strategies around the fact that they have this soft early game. They work with their players and tailor their strategy so they lane swap so that you can trade objectives early on, and they can feed experience onto Deft to get him into a position to carry for those late game teamfights, because he is always their really big damage source. And actually, statistically from group stages, Acorn and Hart were the slowest to level 6 for top lane and supports, respectively.
That ward is going to give them vision. They're not going to be able to come down to do a quick early dragon this time around.
Pink ward, though, immediately.
Pink ward from Hart. They may still try and collapse and get this turret, but they're going to walk it straight into a trap.
In towards Heart here. Can he go down? No, the turnaround comes in. Spirit, the damage is massive onto Meteos, and he has to flash instantly over the wall. Close stuff there and a flash burn already.
Yeah, that's the dangerous thing about laying traps for 3 people when you only have 2 people in the bush. You're not going to come out ahead there, and they end up burning their own flash in that. Really well-played early swap here by Blue. They were able to get Heart roaming early enough to stop the dragon. They immediately went to go pink ward that Blue because they knew the expected route there from Cloud9 and the expected vision control. So they've been able to control it, and they're going to get that wave pushing.
This mid lane going to be a very interesting one, though. Yasuo versus Talon. Hai and Dade, we said it at the very start, it was our featured matchup for this best of 5. Hai has to step up in this game. Zed in game 2 didn't really have an effect. Rengar going to dive onto Balls.
Balls in trouble here. He's going to get slowed, stunned, locked up by Spirit. He's got nowhere to go. And that is a clean, easy first blood for Samsung Blue in the top.
And the first blood went to Deft. This is going to be really, really bad for Cloud9. Getting that Twitch up to level 6 and up to the gold amount he needs for Blade of the Ruin King really early is going to be very, very scary all over the map. Not only do you have to worry about level 6 Rengar ganks, you're going to have to worry about Twitch ganks with Blade.
Trying a little bit there to push back in that bottom side, though. As Acorn and Heart were forced away there. That lane being frozen now by Sneaky and LemonNation.
Now, not only did Blue stop the dragon, but they also were shoving very quickly in this lane, and they got more CS onto Acorn than Balls got because of Heart roaming down with him to CS, and CS in that lane. They're gonna get this turret, top turret, up top much, much quicker than Cloud9, and they didn't have to give up dragon for it.
Well, Hai is under pressure in this mid lane. They pretty much had it to themselves right now, and you can see he's felt fairly heavily behind Dade already. Dade, every single time he gets a chance, gets that hit so close to hit level 6. There it is. Is he gonna land it? Doesn't go for it. A little too close to the turret. Didn't fancy it just yet.
I have to say, this does come back to the thing that Cloud9 were saying in all their interviews, how Blue do a lot of what Cloud9 do, but just a bit better. Cloud9 love to lane swap and do this top laner plus support as a dual lane down bottom quite often as well to try and get Sneaky to his power points. But this time around, Blue pulled off the swap. They've done it really well. They've also got some farm on Acorn. We'll have to see. The mid lane, though, right now, Dade doing a very, very good job controlling Hai. Meteos hasn't been able to get over there to try and snowball him. Now he's going bottom, though.
Oh, don't think he's going to pull the trigger. Does take tower damage, though. He's going to have to get away from that one. Here comes Samsung Blue trying to collapse, trying to push in there. And Meteos, he just has to safeguard the safety.
And good bubble there right underneath the turret, causing the big problems for Meteos. And so far, it's Samsung Blue ruling the roost. 1,000 gold in the lead. If we look down the lanes, top lane is ahead, mid lane is ahead. Just Sneaky once again, who has been a real shining light for Cloud9 so far in this best of 5.
Yeah, it's just terrible news for Cloud9 up on that top side of the map, especially because Spirit went up to get a level 3 Rengar gank, and he was fortunate enough to have Balls walk close enough to a bush. That extra kill, Balls can't even go into a lane right now because there's so much kill pressure from Deft. Level 6 Twitch to level 4 Rumble. Balls has been trying to clean up that white and then just teleport all the way back, waiting for this lane to get to his turret so he can soak up some experience.
So bottom lane turret, first one of the game for Cloud9, will head off their way. Hai did try and make his way down there, was spotted out.
Level 6 Rengar.
The way. He's going to go in, he's going to pounce, he gets the lock up on Hai, he's in trouble. Can he get away? Oh, Dade with a beautiful ulti. And that was all too easy.
Yep, buy your pink ward, come into the lane with the ulti, expected every single move. Blue were one step ahead of Hai.
Amazingly well done there, and so far Samsung Blue looking good here in what could be the final game of this best of 5. Balls, meanwhile, taking a beating on the top side of the map once again from Deft, who just stealths up in there, gets all the shots off. Oh, like sponging for that extra damage. Balls less than half HP. Blue are doing dragon, putting pressure on the top lane. And this is going to be another big chunk of gold for them.
Yep, really good kill. That's their reward for the kill in mid. They gain control of that all-important mid lane. They already had vision control around that dragon, and they do reap the rewards. One of the things that we got to point out, because we're talking about all these Rengars and the differences in success between the Korean Rengars and the rest of them, is that a lot of the Korean Rengars have been going with these mobility boots early and building a lot of damage early, instead of going for that cooldown reduction route pretty early on. It just makes those first couple of Rengar ultimates easier to pull off because you have that extra speed to get in position, and you have that ability to get around the map. We'll also see if that helps him out later down the line when he goes around looking for kills with Deft.
Keeps on bouncing around. Meteos coming in a little too early. High doesn't want any of it. High is slipping behind in this one. It's going to become a serious problem. You can see with that Zeal already picked up on the top lane. Deft has pretty much had free roam, and you can see Kripo getting involved in this one. One of those moments where I just want to be wrong. Come on, Cloud9, take it home. They really are going to have to dig deep because this game has already started out so well for Samsung Blue.
And there's another tweet, this time from Bjergsen. Smart picking by Blue, forcing High onto Talon. This game is going to be difficult, and, well, he's not wrong.
The stats don't lie.
Yeah. It's looking very good, and it's such a hard lane as well. High again, they dive in with the ultimate. High this time though, trying to put some damage back. Here comes that stealth. Spirit now trying to get on the back. The Sneaky will be able to get on top of him. He's got Poison doing damage at the same time. Flash away, Spirit gets that kill, but Meteos is there. Ball and LemonNation, they're almost fighting 1 versus 1 on 3 different fronts here. Meteos finally joins in. They'll kill off Heart. Good little bubble. LemonNation will be able to walk off to 3 for 1.
Cloud9 make the collapse up there, and the only person not to get his hand in on any of it is Talon in the mid lane. So High's going to shove that mid up, and Cloud9 come away with a 1 for 3. Good first step here back into this game.
Oh yeah, and say, just as we said, we need to see them get and create something. It worked well for them. Meteos getting himself some kills on that board, and they're not done yet. They're going to try and stick around, create some pressure for Acorn on this top turret. The irony is that Dade, he just used his ultimate on his own in that mid lane and create the pressure so High couldn't join that situation, but if Dade could have been there to get involved in that one. Acorn, is he going to bait himself going into this bush? They catch on towards him. Can they lock on the stun? Not close enough. That one.
Sneaky, they're going to die.
They're going to go for it. Have they got enough? Twisted in advance, tries to lock on balls, but Sneaky comes in and gets himself a kill on the board.
They continue pressure up top. They've also got Meteos on that top side, so they should be able to get the turret afterwards as well. And you see the immediate response from Blue. They know they've lost control of this side of the map, and they ping down bottom on the bottom turret. Signal for Deft to start trying to shove to answer. This is a full health turret, so it's going to take a while for Cloud9 to take it down. And then get it on that minion wave. Spirit looking to make something happen mid, though. No ultimate available, so Dade would have to start it by charging his knockup.
Oh, there's the ultimate coming in, but it doesn't matter. Once again, the pink ball is down, and Dade will get the kill. Very tight to the turret, and Balls gets through that bubble as well. The knockup does come in from Dade, but the damage is there from Balls. Dade's burning. The overheat comes in, and he can't continue for the kill.
Got it back up.
Meteos is coming. He's coming around the side, as is Sneaky. They're all collapsing on this one, and Samsung Blue biting off more than they can chew and being forced to back away from that one. They've got a little minion wave coming in. There's more to follow. They're going to try and put some damage down on this turret. Samsung Blue should react in time. Deft is going to come around, but taking a little dose of his own medicine with some of those rockets being blasted towards him.
Yeah, Cloud9 did a good job taking down all of the perimeter turrets here from Blue, but they still have to worry about all these invisibilities that Blue do have. Because now Spirit does have his ultimate available. Deft gonna chunk out Sneaky.
Trying to run. Cloud9 can't stick around the Valkyrie. Although I say they can't stick around, the rest of the team right back in there. We don't have Acorn in the middle, but he's got teleport. Should a fight kick off, Spirit has gone back into his jungle, which is in full view of Cloud9 thanks to that ward that I believe Meteos placed just a little bit earlier on when he was on that top side of the map. But for now, it quietens off, which gives us a chance to look at the gold. 5-4 up in kills are Cloud9, up 2-1 in towers as well. It's 1,000 gold that separates these two teams.
Yep, only 1,000 gold, and Cloud9 do have... Uh-oh.
Spotted by a ward, but Acorn knows he's in trouble.
They bait it in.
It's the teleport. Can LemonNation? I don't think he can interrupt him. No, he will get away. He did have Spirit with him as well, but Andrew, a couple of members of Cloud9 up there. 4 members trying to close in. That may give Dade just enough time to get on towards the turret. No, High is there quickly to react.
Having that teleport down is pretty big for Cloud9. Now, getting that summoner not available does take away some of the threat of these invisibility picks that Blue can pull off. But once again, Heart trying to set up vision control in preparation for this dragon, 40 seconds ahead, trying to get some sight down.
Ward surviving. There's 1 or 2 there even for Samsung Blue outside of the dragon. Half a minute until that comes up, they have control.
Even though Cloud9 are down right now, they do have the key items there for Corki and Rumble for this dragon fight. So if they're able to get good positioning and land a strong Rumble ultimate, then they can still come out ahead here. Braum Wall will do a good job blocking some of Deft's spray and pray if LemonNation is able to position himself correctly. Meanwhile, Cloud9 are going to have to work around that wind wall from Dade. And we'll see if Sneaky can maneuver himself. They shove up mid, though, because of the threat of Dragon. Cloud9 going to get this turret down just in time. And there's no Dragon been taken by Blue. Really good call from Cloud9.
And now they've pushed themselves out of the river. Samsung Blue had a little tactical advantage in there, but now Cloud9 can come in, sweep all of those wards they just placed, and they've got to go the whole long route all the way around the side.
If they can bully them out of vision around Dragon, that would be huge. Here comes Spirit, though.
Oh, can he get it? Step
Braum
right
down.
now. Where's he going to go? He's right up to the front there. LemonNation will catch a bit of damage there. He's got onto Deft, got the slow, but not too much damage. Samsung Blue going to come back on. He's looking to get in. Windwalk used.
No equalizer, though. That's huge, because now it's pretty much all up to High to kill Deft, to get back there and try and 100% him, which is a tall order because he's only level 10. He needs that level 11 ulti.
Windwall will be back in a moment. They're going to try and get it up. You can see Spirit trying to charge himself. Deft's going to be the focus. Exhaust Meteos has to get out of there. High comes in. Oh, they're just getting wrecked in the pit, though. It's not working out. They try and go in. They get themselves 1, 2. Can they clean up? Sneaky in the back.
Oh, Sneaky.
The dragon's all over him. Get the hell out of there. Heart's going to take it up. Who's going to die? He's got him cornered. The dragon's got him down. Sneaky just bides his time. He gets the and gets the ace. Fantastic stuff. Cloud9 back in the game.
Literally Sneaky shooting fish in a barrel there. Heart had nowhere to go, and he gets the dragon on top of it. What a fight from Cloud9, even without the equalizer. I think the turning point is Meteos deciding to go back in and sacrifice himself. He gets a kick on a bunch of low targets. But here they go. They do go on Deft, even without the equalizer. Everybody jumps in. High tries to get there as well with this ulti, but at this point it looks like it's lost. Meteos goes back in, gets the kick onto everybody, and Balls comes in with the flame spitter the entire time. Dragon does do a lot of damage to Cloud9 during that, though. And as we know the end of this tale. Oh, and Dragon, how sweet for Cloud9 to pull it back to even. But again, it's still even, and you have to continue to out-fight.
Heart caught out of position here. He's not going to get away. The burst of the ultimate from High will pick up his first kill of this game. And Cloud9, 5 versus 4 minions coming their way, are going to have a go at this middle inner.
Balls has his key items, Sneaky's got his key items, and High even has all that he needs to work with Talon. The percentage plus flat armor penetration. Here, again, those Corki missiles, great poke.
Acorn is not tanky yet. You just saw those Corki missiles, the rake as well from High. It does a lot of damage to him. He can't get into their faces right now. He's not the big tanky front line they need.
This is why in Champion Select, we were saying that Cloud9 need to make something happen early, because this is the point. Rod of Ages is stacking up. Dade's only sitting on his Shiv. He hasn't completed his Blade of the Ruined King yet.
Insane game. 700 gold lead for Cloud9. We've got the Ghost Blade done on Spirit, so taking a different route to some other Rengars that we do see, but that Ghost Blade obviously works very well with him.
Yeah, there's so many schools of thought on Rengar, and that's why we see such a wide variance in, success rates across the world. Kakao was actually the guy who started the whole cooldown reduction and tanky build Rengar a long time ago, but Rengar went through some changes. Now a lot of people opting for mobility boots, and we do often see cutlasses weaved in there, but man, early finishing of the Ghost Blade. He's looking to get sneaky in the back and try to 1 versus 1 him.
Cloud9 do gift across the blue buff. Sneaky. He's had, honestly, a fantastic series so far. He really has been the man shining light for Cloud9, delivering. Balls, though, picking up those triple kills in the pit. That's jump-started his build, and you can see now that that Zhonya's Hourglass is almost complete. It will be a big difference in the next fight. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Dade's got himself the Bladed Rune King and Static Shift. Bladed Rune King also picked up by Deft, along with the Brutalize that now is played. So they're not too far behind. It's still only a 1,000 gold differential.
And they're looking at a Twitch plus Yasuo plus Maokai team fight. Like, that is really, really scary and hard to work around. But, you know, Cloud9 do have a lot of tools themselves. As we mentioned, the Braum wall and Equalizer going to do a lot. Let's see if they can catch them in the jungle and use terrain to their favor.
Gonna turn around here. Sneaky gonna go straight down in this one. Good Equalizer will catch a lot of them in, but falls is low. Spirit dies over. They're going for Meteos, but LemonNation getting the knock up on the back. Deft went low, but they couldn't finish him off. It's a 4 for nothing. A few blinking red health bars. Balls himself is low and trying to run on that top side, but destruction for blue.
Yep. Oh, this is still risky. They're going Baron. Balls not going to risk it. He's got teleport available. There's no wards that I can see around there that he can get onto, though. Yeah. So this could well be an early Baron for Samsung Blue. And just that slight lack of vision in that pit, that was it. That's all he needed. And Dade just went straight into it.
Yeah, when these team fights are going to be that close, you can't afford to just run into an area blind here. Cloud9 were trying to get vision down, but Blue are the ones who already had control, and they just run up to the bush here. Immediate jump on both carries. Both Balls and Sneaky right there get taken out of the fight. There's no hope for you when that happens this early on, because High, remember, was kept down really, really early on, trying to get back into this game. So that was the dream opening for Blue, to be able to combo, take out both the Corki and the Rumble there. Really well played by Blue, baiting in Cloud9, or just capitalizing on Cloud9's, you know, exploratory mission.
Well, you can see Cloud9 trying to set themselves a trap this time around. It may well be Spirit. Catches in there. They do get down Heart just off at the side. Minute before the Dragon. Is it in the right time? That's the question. They try and come around. Blue buff. Will they steal it away? You can see, looks like that's going to get picked up. That will go across the Sneaky. And with this Dragon up, we will have Heart back alive in time. He's going to get enough time to run back down here, but Deft, he's rushing in for this one. High
so is Rengar.
Out. Yeah, Rengar's ultimate was spotted there, so they know it's down.
Oh, this could actually be bad for Samsung Blue. They are going to have Heart coming back into the fight. The jungle being stripped away along with vision by Cloud9. Less than half a minute as they move towards the Dragon. Heart should be there in time. If not, just as the fight starts, Samsung Blue gonna loop around the bottom side. Cloud9 looking to actually catch them out here possibly, or at least stop them pushing onto that bottom tower.
Oh, Deft is gonna try and come around. He's looking to flank, and they are all cramped and grouped up. That's perfect position for both Dade and Deft if they catch him in the tri-bush. They've been bullied away from this Dragon. It is just spawning on time. Red Bull's being picked up by Sneaky. We'll see whether they re-engage. I don't think they fancy this one. Yeah, they're gonna back away. It's gonna go Samsung Blue.
That gives them a 3,000 gold lead. 2 out of 3 Dragons. That Baron buff that they've still got running, probably another reason why they don't want to fight 5 versus 5. And there was the catch on Heart. Just a simple hidden trap, really, in that side bush as Heart walks through.
Yeah, during that replay, too, Blue were able to clear out a lot of that vision that Cloud9 got down in the blue side jungle. So even after taking the Dragon, Blue are also able to fight back in those vision wars and try and make sure that those plays do not happen again. That was a pretty big pick there for Cloud9, though, because they also burned the exhaust from Heart.
So a couple of spikes in items for Cloud9. They did get the team now complete, which is a big item for Talon. And, of course, that's Zhonya's Hourglass now for Balls. So they were both picked up after that Dragon engage, so they didn't want to get involved. They knew they had a lot of gold in their pockets to spend, so next time around, they may, well, not give it up so easily, but of course that does give Samsung Blue the edge in gold. And in team fight, it's really a case of finding the right fight, picking the right target, getting one of those carries down early if they can.
Yeah, and not only do Blue have the advantage in gold, but they also have the advantage in experience, which is really, really big. Not only because of the extra levels that you get to put in your abilities, but also just the stats that you get. Remember, it's 500 to 600 gold, a value of stats that you get per level, depending on what kind of champion you have, would they have, you know, mana or whatever, that you get every time you level. And it's just a little bit too much now for Cloud9 to actually fight, especially with Baron buff here. Dade's closing in on that level 16, which is going to be really key for them.
Just trying to get rid of the pink wards. I mean, that bottom side of Cloud9's jungle is all wards from Samsung Blue, and Dade has gone completely unchecked on this bottom lane. Took the outer turret, took the inner turret.
There was some clean pushing down there, and they're so scared about this engage. You can see Hart just off the side. He wants to catch them all with that wave, and Dade can just swoop in and finish the job, which is why he's protecting off that coverage instead. Cloud9, they're going to hold on. They've got to be careful that Deft doesn't stealth his way in as well. There's so many angles that Samsung Blue have to catch Cloud9 out right now with that lower half of the jungle.
And Blue were also able to use their Baron to completely choke out the vision from Cloud9. They controlled the map for so long, you know, Cloud9 can't fight them with that Baron buff on, that they've been able to secure vision all over the map and really keep Cloud9 boxed up in their own, under their own turrets and inside their own jungle here. Cloud9 doing a good job defensively warding though, trying to keep a little bit of an opening. Dade's looking for that level 16 though.
Yeah, continuing to farm to get to that level as fast as possible, and well, he's going to make short work of it as well, the way that he's picking up those minion waves. About 3/4 of the experience that he needs, and you can see that Deft and Spirit, between the three of those, a pretty formidable team. Pretty invisible team as well if you play it right.
Yep, hiding in bushes as well, using Dade as a little bit of bait. Now Dade's done an interesting thing here as well, and he got in a Quicksilver Sash so he can cleanse that silence from High if they do. Oh, there's the invisibility.
They're in a position, they're jumping in. High's going to get caught out. Flashes in, does not get away with it in time. And well, Cloud9 can't react. This is an inhib turret going down. They're going to flank around the back of them.
Gonna try for the kills here.
Acorn has
they need to hurry up because that inhibitor is already been beaten down. There's the teleport from Acorn. He's coming into the fight. He's going to be at the front as well to get this fight started. The knockup comes in, pulls the focus. He throws down his equalizer as fast as possible. The exhaust keeps Dade out of the fight for now though, but they're going on to Meteos down on the bottom. He gets knocked up and finished off. That's 2 men down for Cloud9. High might actually be able to rejoin this fight. A sneaky kills off Deft, but 3 men from Samsung Blue are there. There is the kill onto Sneaky. LemonNation tries to get under his tower, but won't be able to escape. And just like that, they pick up 3, plus the kill on High right at the start, and the inhib.
Only balls and High left up here. Not much they can do except clean up the scraps. Rough go here for Cloud9. They made it such a valiant effort towards the mid game here. But these, that song, she needs to work on that.
Sounds like me singing.
Okay. The preview of Joe Miller. Now, this is the Acorn teleporting it into the 5 versus 4. So at that point, really hard for Cloud9 to do anything, and it's hard for them to get a good equalizer because it's such a spread out area. So good job by Blue, collapsing here, spreading up Cloud9. And Sneaky has been, he's been really a bright spot for Cloud9 this whole series long, performing really well.
Acorn was doing a great job just to get in his face the whole way there though. So Baron, respawn, Dragon up in 40 seconds, Samsung Blue taking away the resources, everything from there. Deft actually in the mid lane. Sneaky's going to go for this one. Equalizer blown. That's tricky. High goes in for it as well, but the rest of Samsung Blue are coming around the side. Here comes Dade trying to cut in around that Spirit. Health up, jumps in, goes on. Meteos is the focus. The kick lands. The tower's still doing damage for them, and nobody goes down. A tricky fight, a lot blown with the Baron now up.
Held on to that one really well there, did Cloud9. The turret, of course, does help, but Samsung Blue continue to stick around. They want to get in, and just a couple of auto attacks here out of Dade, and Deft will finish it off. There it goes, turret number 5 of the game for Samsung Blue. Dragon alive, Baron alive, a lot of options here for the Koreans.
Yeah, that extra inhibitor down bottom not going to be available for Cloud9. The super minions coming in. Makes balls have to recall, so Blue can pretty much clean up the map here. Take Dragon and get some more vision back around that Baron. Cloud9 gonna have to try and jump on some sort of vision play and catch Blue unawares here.
So Dade spotted out. Oh, blocks off with the wind wall. Cloud9, they're hanging on, I feel, on a knife edge right now. It's a 10,000 gold differential at the half-hour mark in this matchup, and you can see in terms of gold differential, it's a giant gulf, almost 5,000 difference between Dade and High. That's a serious, serious problem. Much closer for the AD carries and top laners, and even the junglers. It's really all about Dade right now. 7-1-5 on Yasuo, proving, honestly, why it's been banned so many times.
Yeah, no doubts left there.
Yeah, that gold lead has just jumped as well here. Cloud9 was holding on for so long in this, but that last fight, Baron going the way of Samsung Blue, and now they're completely holding them. And between Twitch and Yasuo, that Baron's not going to last very long.
Cloud9 have had such a good run at Worlds this year, though. You know, we heard all the interviews. They're very happy with how far they have been able to come. The improvement over last year is tremendous. Being able to at least take a decent amount of games here. And
well, it's not over yet, Kobe. Don't give up the dream.
All right. Rally caps on, boys. The Baron is getting started. If they're going to come back, this is the spot to come back. You catch him at Baron, and you get a good equalizer.
Oh, they've separated Acorn, or more Acorn separated Cloud9. I'm not sure which way it is. There's an equalizer.
Oh, pretty good.
It's a good one. Heart taken solo. They get down Dade, but can they get anything else?
Deft still up.
Sneaky comes in. It's back and forth. He has to get the hell out of there for the rat-a-tat-tat. Spirit goes in towards him. He's trying to keep them at bay.
Oh!
The exhaust goes down. High picked off. It's the ace once again for Samsung Blue. It was so hopeful for a moment, but again, it's the Koreans that come out on top.
Another close fight there. Blue gonna run straight up the mid to try and take turret.
Well, they're going to have this middle inner turret. Inhibitor turret should go down. Bottom lane is pushed here by minions onto the inhibitor, of course, so they could lose a fair amount.
Meteos and balls about to come
Yeah,
up.
they're going to be both back into this one. LemonNation already spawning in there as well. The inhibitor, though, is dead in that bottom lane.
Minions. The Winions. All right, so let's take a look. They chunked the tank down to half at the beginning. Pretty good start. Plus, they get a great Braum and Rumble combo right there to take down the back line. But really, Deft gets left alone here, and him being at full life, chasing off the last 4 members. Even though, for a moment, they had the numbers advantage, Sneaky does get chased off.
3 of them caught in an aqua prison while Deft was using rat-a-tat-tat and the Ghost Blade. It's just like free shooting. Oh no, face check LemonNation going in, has to pop the Unbreakable, tries to react, Sneaky caught out with the aqua prison again. The Baron, of course, was not taken in the last engagement. We may see a replay.
Yeah, gotta just go around and basically do it better this time of Cloud9. They're gonna go for Dade. They're gonna fly into the king. Dade's gonna go for Sneaky, but they've got it. They've killed Dade. They're gonna try and push back. Onto them. Death goes down. Acorn's gonna fall as well. 45 seconds, 4 timers. What can Cloud9 do?
This is reminiscent of Kaboom getting picks on the carries. They got the 2 main carries shoving up mid. They're going to go for this inhibitor. They have to get the inhibitor down, though. Only a couple minutes to work with. They can do it.
Clever work from Spirit. He's going to try and cut the line off, but this is going to be one in him down. And Cloud9, they may try and keep pushing.
Go for the win.
Death timers. It's 20 seconds still. They have to go for the Nexus turret. They've got to push in there. LemonNation tanking it up. Here comes Spirit. Forget him. Try and get the Nexus turret.
Oh, they got him.
Spirit's taking the damage. LemonNation
10
tanking up the
seconds.
turret. Gonna get one down. Spirit taking so low. They're gonna keep on this one. They're gonna go, Joe.
Go for it. He's gonna go low.
2.
Doing a jump. Go for the
What? They're up.
They're up. They're doing it. They're gonna dive in. The Nexus is allowed. They've won it. They've cleared it. Samsung Blue of hell.
Whoa!
They've got super minions in the back.
And now Blue. And Blue are gonna finish.
All over, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
OMG, all over again. It was a last-ditched effort from Cloud9, but Samsung Blue, they have the super minions, they have the team. barreling down that mid lane. And surely, for God, they could be facing their sister team, Samsung White, in the semi-finals.
Surely got this one. There's still 10 seconds. It's going to take a bit of a miracle here for Cloud9. That Nexus turret will be finished off. The focus onto the Nexus, and Samsung Blue, with an amazing ending here in game number 4, will win the best of 5 and move through to the semi-finals. Wow.
And look at that, hand over his heart. What a way to end this. Blue able to barely defend their Nexus after those 2 crucial picks from Cloud9 and end it just moments later. They've all got to be breathing real hard here. Pull this through the roof.
All credit to Cloud9. They were 10,000 gold behind. They made the play. They made it work. And just a couple more seconds, maybe a little bit more focus, maybe go for the turrets over Spirit. Oh, there's so many question marks.
Flashbacks.
Oh.
You said the hand on their heart, but it was Nami, it was heart at the end that was disrupting them. Spirit as well did a lot of big work before he went down. They spawned back in. It was so close for Cloud9, but it's Samsung Blue who triumph here 3-1. And what a match that was as well.
Could not have asked for a better ending.
Absolutely tremendous stuff. So Blue victorious 3-1, just like their sister team was over TSM, and they will now face each other in the semi-final as they bow to the crowd. And you can see, honestly, on their faces, they knew how close that was. They knew that was so close to going down to the final game. And then all bets are off. All nerves, completely everything in their favor. Cloud9, they can go home.
Great showing.
Absolutely fantastic showing here. Really have pressured Samsung Blue. Beautiful, brilliant game.
They'll go home. I feel, though, after that, disappointed as well, because game 1 victory so close to tying it up at 2-2 here. But for North America, you know, this World Championship, TSM took a game off Samsung White, who for me looked by far and away the strongest team at this World Championship. Cloud9 taking game number 1, almost forcing us to a 5th game there. This has been a solid World Championship for Cloud9, for North America.
I'll tell you what, though, what a semi-final we have now. The 2 Samsungs facing off against each other. It's what kind of everyone predicted coming into this Worlds. As soon as the group stage was there, it was a possibility. And as we already heard, it can't be a 3rd time running, surely. We'll see how it works out. That's, of course, next week. And even Dade with a sigh of relief there at the end.
You know where the fingers would have been pointed if that had been the game.
He got
cut out.
Sneaky, though. Absolutely brilliant, this series. Really has been the shining light for Cloud9. Answered a lot of critics, honestly, coming into this whole Worlds.
Yeah, Sneaky's always been top tier North American AD carry. Time and time again, he's shown up. And even when Cloud9 were having their struggles after, Hai had to go through his surgery and he's coming back to the team and they're trying to work through that, Sneaky was so consistent for this team. He just shows up every single day.
And we've only had 2 quarterfinals. We've got another 2 to go. I'm not sure if they're anything like that. I'm going to survive them. The group stage was hard enough to live through, but